Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me share my screen. Okay, all right, guys. Let me log in real quick. Start up.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello. We're still here.
Oh, yes. How you doing, sir?
Jeff, what's going on? We're still loading. We're just waiting for some more people to show.
All right, sounds
We'll
good.
start in like 2 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Miss Allison is in. Sorry, guys, just waiting for the database to open. But who wants to go first?
Okay.
Who wants to go first? Okay, database is open. Cool. All right. All right, who wants to go first? Tell me. I know you guys been itching. You guys been itching to ask me some questions. All right, go ahead.
It's not itching.
Guys, those projects are killing you, right?
Week
I love
4
it.
is. Yeah, week 4
I love
is.
it.
I'm trying to wrap the concept in my head.
Yeah.
I can't yet, but I'll get there. When I see the project, when I put a lot of burden on my head trying to memorize it, I think it will burn my memory.
No, ask me the question. What are you having a hard time with? Tell me.
Just the vocabulary on week 4.
The vocabulary.
Tables, creating table, constraint, foreign key. It's a new language, you know. Every time I want to create table, I have to look at the paperwork. So give me some time. I don't have a lot of questions. It's a burden in my head, but I'm good.
Got you. All right. So look, it's real simple, right? As far as foreign keys and primary keys, watch. See, right? The database is a relational database. It's a relational database, right? With a bunch of tables, right? Which means that all the tables they have to be able to communicate with each other, right? So for instance, if I want last name and I want let's say location ID, right? I don't want to just pull and I'm printing this out on a sheet, right? I don't want to have to print out the last name and then take another sheet and print out the location. I want everything on one sheet. In order for me to do that, the tables have to be related to each other in somehow, some way, right? This is where data modeling comes, right? So like before a company actually creates a database, all these tables have to be mapped out, right? It's not just, like they just create a table, blah, blah. They got to map it out, man. They got to make sure, okay, what do we want to call the employee ID? Is it going to be employee ID or is it going to be EMP ID? There's a reason why they're calling it EMP ID. Okay, is it going to be number 6 or is it going to be just number? Or are we going to leave it at varchar 2? All these questions are important. Like for instance, like hire date, you can get away with putting the data type to be varchar 2, but like sometimes that could be that could be wrong sometimes as far as when you start inputting data later down the road. So that means then you got to change your code and all that, blah, 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 blah. No. So when you're creating a table, right? You every table has to be created in such a way that they can relate to another table. So if I describe HR.locations, for instance, right? So you guys see, for instance, right? The primary key is this guy, is the, I believe is the employee ID, right? This is the primary key for this guy, right? Let me see. But what do they use to relate to each other? But on this table right here, this is the primary key on this table. But they have to be able to talk to each other. If I'm going to blend these two tables together, they got to talk to each other. And how do I do that? By the values inside these common columns. You see that? So department ID, manager ID, manager ID. You see what I'm saying? So that if I'm getting information from both of these tables that are not these two different tables, there has to be a link. Just think of it like a table link, like a bridge. Just think of it as a bridge where, okay, so let's say we have America, we have London. America has apples, London has oranges. Okay. America has bananas, London has bananas. Okay, now we can trade, okay? Because now we have something in common. So, okay, now I can get your bananas, you can get my apples because we have bananas in common. See what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with tables, right? These tables have to have something. It's not even necessarily that the names have to be the same. Not necessarily. You have manager ID, you have manager ID, you have department ID, you have department ID. This could be dog, and this could be department ID. You can still join them together as long as the values in those columns are the same. Now, that's the key. But for simplicity's sake, right? Like Oracle just allowed it to be, okay, department ID. But what I'm saying is, they could have called this depth ID. They could have called this department. You see what I'm saying? But for simplicity's sake, so you're not confused. Okay, they just called it department ID, manager ID. And you can see that with these two tables right here, right, in order for you to join them, they have one thing in common, which is location ID. So these two can talk. These two cannot talk directly with each other. You can't join them. You can't join them. Not necessarily. You can't, because they don't have anything in common as far as the names are concerned. Now, in order for you to get information, let's say I want to say commission percentage, and I want to post a code, I'd have to involve this third table. So I have to join this to this guy, join this to this guy, then I can get this and that. Does that make sense? You guys will get it. Just give it time. Just give it time. Keep practicing. And Mr. Muhammad, I saw your third your part of 3. Very good. Good work.
No, it's brutal.
Good work. Good work.
Thank you.
You answered a lot of questions. This is good work, man. Good work. I saw yours too, Mr. Jeffrey. Good work. So you guys are doing good work. It's taking a little longer, but you guys are doing good work. Like all these things that I'm showing you guys,
No,
it takes time.
finishing.
It takes time for you guys to build.
So all he's saying is he's saying the sub query.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying about the sub query. Like how do you?
Well, subquery is part 2.
No, I mean the double queries. From join, like where to join HR, where HR location.
Give me a question.
Like for example, no, I'm trying to understand what he was asking you, because what he's asking you is, if I'm mistaken, like how do you join? When you say, for example, from HR.employee, where department ID, and because this guy and this guy match together using location ID from departments. HR.departments and HR.location using department location ID or stuff like that.
But that's just one join.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand what he was asking you. That's the question.
what I was asking on part project 3, echo join, double subquery, triple subquery.
Okay.
I'm
The left
okay.
join,
I'm
L join.
finishing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm finished. Yeah, left join, right join, the union all minus. Well, right now I'm finishing the second video in week 4. That's when I have the problem wrapping the information in my head. Give me some time, you know, I'll build memory on that one.
Okay.
But this vocabulary here, I had to type it. It's brutal. It's no joke.
That's what's up, man.
Creating
That's what's gonna get you paid, man.
Intersect. It's I you know, it was so hard for me to understood. I asked myself, when did Jason start doing this? How long ago was this? Because it's a very
Probably
like
20
a symphony,
years.
like you said, it's like a symphony. You know, you're chilling like this, you're watching Netflix. I can't do that right now. I missed 5 seconds. I had to hit back.
Don't worry, man.
Give me some time on this one. Give me some time.
You get it. Like you're on the right path. Trust me, you're on the right path. Like you
I
guys.
hope so.
Like,
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was watching the video on week 5 and everything. I mean, you described how the DBA and everything, but you never said how we disable and enable our archive log mode.
See, it's real simple, right? Look, archive log list.
Right.
Your database is an archive log, right?
So it's enabled right now. Because your old is enabled. But when I was trying to try mine, it was saying disabled. Is it because mine is for like
it just means that yours isn't turned on.
Okay, so how do you turn it on now?
It's turned on right now.
Okay, how do you disable it?
Simple. You shut down immediate.
Sometimes locations they use the following from
Shut down immediate. And then you start up mount.
Oh, so we have to shut out the database for us to enable and disable huh?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I was thinking that there's a way you can just go or you type some kind of command.
Yeah, they just do alter. They just do alter database, no
mount. Okay.
No archive log.
No archive log. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my database is in meter recovery. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. But that's fine. That's how you do it. I just have to revert my VM, but that's fine. So basically, alter. So if your database was in no archive log, was an archive log, you want to alter database no archive log. You see what I'm saying? But me, I'm just going to put it back to archive log. Alter archive log, right? Alter database. Real simple. That's all it is.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Oh, because that was okay. Oh wow, that was simple.
Yeah, it's real simple. Okay. Right now, my what's called is doing a meter recovery, right? So this is a data guard setup. So I just have to disconnect from session. That's why you guys are seeing this little thing right here. But that's fine. But what else you got? Who else got a question? Miss Allison, I haven't seen your homework. What's going on? You've been telling me you're going to tell me your homework. What happened?
Sorry, Jason. I am recovering. My health is back on the mend. I had the flu and I was down for some time. But little by little, I'm getting there.
Okay. Okay. Little by little, right?
Any more excuses? You just know when the homework is sent in.
No problem. All right, guys, you guys got to do this homework, man. All right, y'all keep playing. Look, guys, even me, as I am now, yo, guys, I'm studying hard for AWS certs. You know, the study never ends.
Recording.
The study never ends. You gotta keep going. Who's that? Who's that? Is that you, Mr. Jeff? I think that was Mr. Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay, who else got questions?
I'm okay for now, Jason. I'm finishing all the videos. Probably by this week, I'll be touching
I thought you
project 4
dynamic
by
performance,
this week.
right?
You said what?
The dynamic performance.
Dynamic performance. Oh, the
Yeah.
dynamic performance views.
Yes.
What about it?
All right. So the $, right?
Yeah.
So I know the $, has like, we can use the $sign to populate a table. Like for example, you say describe $, table space, and then we can still query it.
Yeah. So see, you have your data dictionary, you have your data dictionary tables, and you have your dynamic performance views, right?
Right.
So if I want information about database objects, right, I can use either one of those, right?
Right.
So for instance, if I want to see anything about my tables, I just describe my DBA tables, right?
Right.
I describe my DBA tables. So if I want to see all the table names that are owned by user HR, I just do a select what? Table name from DBA tables where owner, it's just another table. Like I'm not where owner, see? Just
Because
regular
all
speaker.
these things here have data in it.
Yeah, these are just columns. This is data dictionary table, right? Where owner equals, let's say what, HR for instance, right? You know what I'm saying? So that means user HR has what? 11 tables. You guys see that?
Right.
Yeah, so, or if I want to see all my table spaces, right? I could do describe DBA underscore table spaces, right? Or I could describe my $V table spaces. Describe $V, sorry, table space. You guys see that, right? So if I want to see all the names of my table spaces, I just do what? Select name from $V table space. Simple, right? So it gives me a description of all my objects inside my, so okay, for instance, if I want to see all my indexes, right? $V indexes, or yeah, DBA indexes. If I don't know all my users, DBA users, I just describe these tables and it gives me information. So if I do describe DBA underscore users, gives me all the information. Okay, I want to see all the usernames inside my database. So I do select distinct username from DBA underscore users.
Just
Right.
like we queried the HR.employee.
Yeah, it's just another thing. I'm just trying to fish. Yeah, so when you guys get on the job, you're gonna need a fish. You're gonna need a fish. And then, Mr. Jeff, you were asking me I think a couple of weeks ago about the ETC Aura tab, right?
Yes.
Of the ETC Aura tab is simple, right? Look, it's for one reason only, right? It is used to see how many databases you have on this server. That's all.
Okay.
And it also tells you what Oracle home these databases are in. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't have Oracle without installing the Oracle home. You get that in Project 5. You're not there yet, right? You don't understand yet. But when you create a database, which you're going to do in Project 5, right? I'm not sure if you're there yet or not, right? Each time you create a database and you cap the ETC Aura tab, right? You're going to see another entry underneath this one, right? Each time. So if you have 3, you're going to see 3 entries. Right now we have what? Just 1 entry because I only have 1 database here, right? But if I had a different database called, let's say, test will be underneath ORCL. If I had another one called prod will be underneath test. So this is how you know, okay, which databases I have that have been created on this server. Now, when I do this, SQL plus /sysdba. Question is, if I have 3 databases here, How do I know which one is which one am I connected to? So for instance, if I do select name from $V database, it's going to be ORCL. But why is it ORCL? If I have 3 right here, I know there's only 1 here, right? But if I had ORCL underneath this, if I had test underneath that, if I had prod, why is it connecting to ORCL and not test and prod? First of all, number 1, you can only connect to one database at a time. That's number 1. But now what makes this ORCL the default database that you're connecting to, that all users are connecting to, is the bash profile. So when I cat my .bash underscore profile, see this guy's right here? Export Oracle underscore SID equals ORCL, right? So this is preset, right? The server guys, well, really the DBA guys, you set this in your bash profile. This is going to be preset, right? For all the users in the system on the server. So when you get to work, there's going to be a server, just like your computer at home, just like this, right? Each server must have a default bash profile, just one. Now you just got to set, all these ones are actually, all these right here, you don't really need these. Well, you don't need these 3. You honestly don't. You do need these 1, 2, 3, 4. You do need these 4 for sure. You need the Oracle base, you need the default Oracle home, and you need the default Oracle database that people are going to connect to automatically.
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to change this, okay, I said, okay, you know what? I no longer want this to be ORCL. I want this to be, let's say, prod. I just simply change it. So I VI my bash profile. And I just change it. I hit I, okay. Then I come like this. I do prod, right? I save it. You see that? Now watch this, right? So now I'm going to source my bash profile. I got to reread it. The database doesn't know anything about this. So when I do dot bash profile, so I'm telling, okay, database, read this thing again. I've changed this. So if I cat this thing again, so you can see it. Okay, so now I'm telling everybody that this is, I want everybody to connect to this guy right here, right? Okay. But watch what's going to happen. Watch what's going to happen when I try to connect. Okay, you see connected to an idle instance, right? Now, when I try to do startup, watch this. See, it's going to give me an error. Could not open parameter file, right?
Right.
The reason it's giving me that is because say, dude, I don't know anything about this. There's no database called prod. And I showed you guys that before. If you
so is the prod, is it a P file or SP file?
No, prod is, I could have called it dog. It's just the name of the database.
Okay.
I could have called it chair. I could have called it whatever.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this prod database, right? So if I cut my bash, my etc, there is no prod here. So it doesn't know anything about prod. It knows about ORCL because we haven't created any database called prod, did we? No, we didn't. We didn't create any database called prod, right?
All right.
See, if I do DBCA, and for you guys that are not here yet, as far as Project 5 is concerned, you guys will get there because Project 5 requires you to create some databases. By the way, when you get to Project 5, leave your default database alone. Don't delete your ORCL database. Create one, delete the one you created, but always leave the first one alone, right? Don't delete that first one. Okay, so if I come over here, right? If I delete database right here, where's it? I can't see this thing. And I press enter. You see, this is the only database that we have right here, right? ORCL. There is no other, there's no prod, there's no test, there's no nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why it said, dude, you didn't create any other database. You only have one database. There's no prod. That's why I can't connect to prod. Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Because all you know is ORC.
Yeah, that's all it sees because that's all we have. That's all we created.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm just going to close this guy right here. So now what do I have to do? I just have to go back, change my bash profile.
ORC.
Then I gotta come back over here, press I for insert. Let me move this guy out the way. So come back over here and I change this back to ORCL. I save this bad boy. Then space bash profile. Log back in. Beautiful, right? So now when I do select open underscore mode from B dollar database, you see that we're read right. We're good to go. If I do select name from V dollar database, you can see that we are what? ORCL. We're good to go, right? So it knows this database. So that's why we're able to connect it to this database.
So what if it's housed on in Windows server?
What if it's what?
What if the database is housed on Windows server? You're gonna still go to like the Windows what's that
The
called?
the easiest way for you to know what your database is, like how many databases you have, just go to DBCA, bro. Go to DBCA and click on delete database, right?
Okay.
Then you'll see, okay, how many databases you actually have on that server. Or another thing that you can do is, if it's Windows, right, you just go to your Oracle Home. Oracle Home /DBS. I do ls. You see this SP file? If there is no, if you don't see SP file, I don't know if you guys are probably not there for project 5. Maybe you guys are probably not there, right? But if you don't, but I speak ad nauseum to this in project 5, right? If you don't see an SP file there, then that means you don't have that database. You can see an SP file for ORCL here, right? There's no other SP file anywhere. There is no other SP file. That means you don't have any other database. Period. End of story. There is no.
If you have a P file.
If you have a P file, that's fine. But there is no other P file other than this is a P file for SP file.
Yeah, in it ORCL, yeah.
Yes, because I created that. But
Okay.
naturally, the P file is something you have to create. But the SP file is something that's created for you automatically when you create the database.
Right, gotcha.
Now, when it comes to Windows, you go to your Oracle Homes /database folder. You double click on it like a folder, right? Then you see all these same things. Does that make sense, Mr. Jeff?
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Very good. Very good. Miss Monica, what you got for me?
Yeah, hi, good evening. It's
Hi,
my
Monica,
pleasure.
how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I've been late, but I turned in my project 3.
Yes, I saw your project 3. Good job. Good job. I saw your
Thank
project.
you.
No, I saw your project 2. I haven't looked at your project 3 yet. You just sent me your project 3, right?
Yeah, today.
Okay, yeah. I haven't looked at it, but your project 2 was looking really good. It was looking
Okay,
really, really
thank
good.
you.
Good job. Good job. Really good job. You guys are doing good.
I hope to catch up soon.
You guys are doing real good. Real good. Any questions for me, Monica?
So far, everything is going well. Everything is fine so far.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So right now, Monica, you're on project what, 4?
4, correct.
Beautiful. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. Miss Allison, any questions for me?
No, sir. But Jason, to be very honest with you, I'm waiting for feedback on project 1. I'm in the middle of doing project 2, whatever. But I'm balancing a lot of things right now, no excuses. But I may be a little bit slower because I have some things contending with. But I am here. Sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning is when I have the time to just go through my videos. So I'm on it. I'm here.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you.
No problem.
I may not be as fast as the rest, just based on what I have going on right now. And again, I don't like keep making excuses, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm on it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Mr. Muhammad, what you got for me?
I'm finishing the videos on week 4. I I'm still struggling to understand everything on the last 2 videos. Oh, the first 2 videos, sorry.
What are you, what exactly are you having issues with?
Understanding and memorizing, creating table. Like if let's say I create class 9 or let's say class 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's inside class 1? Let's say we put L name, my first name, last name, salary. And if I want to see that, I have to describe that particular class. Describe class 1.
Yes.
What's inside?
You haven't put anything inside of it.
Like employee's name.
Yeah, you haven't. Look,
oh, okay. I see. I'm crazy about that. Like, what the name at? Smith.
Yeah, look.
I can't find his name.
Yeah, like it's simple, right? So if I just do create, it's real simple. Create table, class, and then let's say ID number, and let's say L name. I don't know, Vakar 210. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this okay. Let me create another one. Class 2. Okay, so now when I describe class 2, that's it. That's all we got. If I do select, it's just like HR employee, no problem, right? Select star from class 2. No issues, guys. I didn't put anything in. Now, for me to actually put data in, I just do what? Insert into class. This is what you were asking me to, Mr. Jeff. Insert into class 2, that I could do what? ID, comma, L name, and then what? Values. Then I do what? 1, comma, let's say
Anderson.
John, right? So I copy the same thing again. So this time I can either put this one, or I could just, since I already know what the column names are, I just go straight to values. I don't have to list that. And that's Mary. You see what I'm saying? So now I commit. Now when I do select star from what? Class what?
Class 2.
Class 2. Yeah, easy stuff, man. Easy.
What is the value stands for?
Values. Okay, what it's saying is this, right? Watch. Let me paste this. So when I do insert into class 2, right? Now, watch this. These are the columns inside of the table, ID and L name, right? Class 2. We created 2 columns right here. ID, L name. You see that, right?
Yes.
Now what you're basically saying is, okay, I want to insert data into class 2, right? These are the columns. Okay, I'll give you an example, right? Watch this. These are the columns inside of this table that I want to put. Now, what values you want to put inside these columns? That's all. I want to insert into this table. What's the name of the table? Class 2. Okay. Now, what are the columns inside class 2? Or what columns do I want to put data inside of? Right? Okay, I want to put data inside both columns, ID and L name. You don't have to put data inside all columns. But for simplicity's sake, let's just do this. I'll show you an example where we don't do it, right? So we're going to list what? ID and what? L name, right? Now, okay, what values do you want to put? You got to tell it, okay, what values you want to put? I want to put 1 and I want to put John. I want to put 2, I don't want to put Mary. Now, if I do what? Inserts into class 2, right? And I do, watch this, and I do values, and I just do what? 3. We got a problem. We got a problem. The reason why you have a problem, see, you don't have to put this. If I do insert into class 2, right? If we want to be technical about it, right? The way you do it is you got to list every column that you want to do what? Add values inside of.
But question, I have a question.
I'll say it again. When I describe class 2, Okay. We got this guy right here. We got this guy right here, right? That's how we created it, right? Let's do this. Alter table
Class 2.
to add
ename
F name, right? Vaca 215 or 12, who cares, right? So now when I describe class 2, see now we have what, 3 columns. You see what I'm saying? Okay, we didn't put any constraints, we didn't do anything. This is just a basic table, no issues, right? Now, if I want to, when I do select star from class 2.
Oh, you gotta select.
Select star from class 2. Okay, you see that, right? I have 2 rows, 1, 2. You guys see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If on the 3rd row, I want to put 3, Stacy, Jane, right? I want to put a value on each one of these columns. So when I describe class 2, I want to put data in the 3rd row for each one of these columns. For me to do that, I can do it one of 2 ways. I can do it like this: select, insert into class 2. Then I do what? ID. I name all the columns ID, L name, F name. Then what values do I want to put in? What values? Then I do what? 3, Stacy, Jane. Right? Cool. I commit. So now when I do select star from class 2, select star from class 2. You can see, right? I put data inside all of them. Another way I could have done it was insert into class 2. Now, you see how I did it here, right? This I what? Explicitly listed the column value, the columns explicitly. Because I explicitly listed all 3 because I want to put data in all 3. But watch this. If I want to put data in all 3 columns, right? I can implicitly do it as well. But I don't have to list this. But watch this. I just do what? Values. Then I just do what? For rows, I don't know, Jen, right? See that? Now watch this. If I'm going to implicitly, which means I'm not going to list in my insert command. If I'm not going to list the 3 columns that already exist, I must put 3 values there as well. It's looking for that. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Watch. I can either do it this way. I can do it like this, no problem. I can do it this way.
What if we wanted to add only 2 values and do it explicitly? Do we put like a
no problem? If I just want to add what 2 out of the 3 columns, no problem. I just want to insert into what? This guy right here. Right? Now values. I just will what? 5 Paul. You see that? Commit. Select star from class 2. You see that?
Okay, can it be done explicitly without listing the column name? Alrighty.
Oh, well, actually, no, it cannot.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, let's have a look. Let's do insert into class 2 values. Watch this. Right, let's say 6 comma what? Tim. Look at it now. Watch. You see that? It's not gonna work. If you're gonna do things implicitly, right? It's gonna be expecting what? 3 values because you have what? 3 columns. You see that? So if you don't want to put data in one of the columns, right? If you do not want to put data inside one of the columns, right? If you don't, then you have to explicitly do it like this. Just like I showed you down here. Right? Values 7, ball. See that? That works. So put it this way. When you do an insert command, right? The values you control, let me describe class 2. When you do an insert command, right? You control what data goes into what columns. I can choose to put data inside all the columns. I can choose to put data inside just one of the columns. It's up to me. I'm the database admin. I can do it if I want to. However, right? If I'm going to put data inside all the columns, I do not have to explicitly list all the columns in my insert command. I don't. But if I'm going to neglect one of the columns, then I have to explicitly list all the columns I want to put it in. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll give you guys another example. Insert into class 2. What's this? Let's say ID F name, right? Values. I do what? 8, board. You see that? Now when I do what? Select star from what? Class 2. You see? I chose, okay, I want to put stuff here, I want to put stuff here, but not here. In this one, I want to put stuff here, I want to put stuff here, but not here. But in this one, I want to put stuff here, I want to put stuff here, I want to put stuff here. It's up to me what I want to do. It's up to me. No problem. No issues. Just insert commands. Just basic insert commands. So now if I don't want that, I just roll it back. Right?
Okay.
Are you guys getting it?
Slowly.
We'll
get there. I'll get there.
You get there, no worries.
Slowly.
You just gotta play with it, bro. You just gotta listen. The more and more you play with it, the more and more you see the errors. You say, okay, you get it now. I didn't start teaching this stuff until things got too boring for me. I said, okay, this is too boring. Okay, let me start teaching this stuff. But you will get there. Boring. Trust me, you'll get there.
I'll get there. I know.
You
Take some time.
What else you got for me, Mr. Mohammed? Talk to me.
That's all for now, Professor.
So you got? So Jeff, what you got? Yeah. Oh, sorry, Mr. Mohammed. What else?
Oh, that's all. I'm just finishing up. By this weekend, hopefully, I'll be touching Project 4.
Beautiful. It's a long weekend this weekend. I know you guys are gonna be eating barbecues and stuff. I still want my projects. Projects, man.
I got you, bro.
I want my projects, man. These projects are what's gonna get you paid. I'm trying to tell you guys, these projects are what's gonna get you paid. Stop playing. Stop playing games, man. Get these projects done. Get it done already.
On it.
Sir. Get these things done.
You got it.
Get that $130,000, $140,000 job, remote, working from home job, easy peasy. It's just there. You just gotta do your work. You guys
I'll take 140. Well, Jeff will take 150.
You guys haven't even started. You guys haven't even seen Data Guard, Rack, or anything like that. You guys are just babies. You know, we haven't even reached AWS or anything like that. You haven't done any of that.
We're touching the.
You haven't done any of that. You haven't even looked at PL SQL, performance unit. You haven't looked at any of that. You guys are just you're just babies crawling. It's okay though. You guys will get there.
Okay.
Everybody's a baby, right? You was a baby one time, right?
Exactly. I was a baby too. You guys will get there. Like I get excited when I get to the admin part after project 5. Now we're talking admin stuff. But you guys are still trying to communicate with the database. But one thing about SQL is it's beautiful is once you know SQL, you know SQL. That's it.
I'll let you know when I get to your level.
No. You get there soon enough. Trust me. Soon enough. And the thing is, once you know this Oracle thing, we're all on the same level, bro. We're all on the same level. Like the person that taught me, like I don't go to him anymore for stuff. Like the person that taught him, he doesn't go to him for stuff. After a while, you self-sustain. You see what I'm saying? You guys will
work on it.
You guys just have to do the work. Repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition.
All right.
No, you just got to sit there and you just got to do the work. You just got to sit there and just got to read and do the work.
Jason, notice how all the men can turn in their projects like before everybody else. We have to work full-time jobs, be mom, be wife, do additional schooling and this course and keep a house clean. I just want to put that out there, you know.
I know, it's tough. I know it's tough. You still
gotta
do it, though.
Miss Allison.
You still gotta do it. I'm sorry.
Support you 100%. So we understand.
Thank you. See, Jeffrey, they have their dinner served to them. They can breeze through one chapter to another. You people have it made. So just, just a little.
Understand. Hey, yeah. I understand.
Hey, I got stuff to do too. I got a bunch of problems to take care of. But hey, nobody listens.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody listens.
It's all good, guys.
But on the serious note, Jason, I admire your teaching ability and then how you interact with the student. Though it's online, we see class on the laptop or iPad, but it feels like I'm in there. And then your knowledge in this subject is excellent. It's beyond my reach right now. So if you have a problem, just
but it takes forever for him to respond.
I'm like, God damn.
Thank you.
It's forever for him to respond.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated, Osama.
At least he responds. I think he wants us to figure it out on our own because I have been through
yeah, sometimes I have to figure it out on my own.
This is the best so far.
Oh my Lord. Jason is not responding. I keep
watching. That's what he wants.
Yeah,
I know.
He's like, I'm teaching you guys how to swim. Because if it's too easy, you might not remember it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta let you drown first.
I said, oh, it's too late now.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, like I've just been listening to the videos and they're very clear. Just on your way of teaching is so clear, like one can just get it right there. So I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Monica. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you guys saying that.
Good job. Good job.
It took a lot of work me putting all that stuff together, man. Like a lot of work. But hey, guys, you guys just do the work, man. Like the work is there. Like this is why
videos. Whoa.
It took a long time, man. It took a long time. And if you guys think these videos are something, like I'm coming up with something new. I have to spend about between 30 and 70,000 on this new project that I'm working on. But this one is I'm creating just even more videos on all things Oracle, all things AWS, but it's supposed to I'm trying to create it so I can actually teach 1 million people. That's the goal, right? So but it's going to take a lot. But it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work. Like the platform is going to take a lot of work, but I can't be teaching stuff if I don't know stuff. So even me, just like you guys are learning, I'm learning stuff too, man.
Good.
Yeah, man. But guys, regardless, hey, look, Monday is what they call it? Memorial Day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I know all of you guys are gonna be eating burgers, getting fat. I understand, right? Eating burgers, drinking your Coke and your Guinness, right, Mr. Jeff? Drinking your Guinness and your Budweiser. right?
I'm doing my green juice.
Exactly.
Green
Hey,
juice.
the first day of summer is on Monday, right? I want my projects.
Yeah.
Don't play.
Now we're not grilling this weekend. We're deleting table, renaming, constraint,
There you go. That's what I want to
foreign
hear.
key, unique key, all that.
There you go.
Hey,
Good job.
Jason, has
But
Sastana
it's a new
gotten to
experience, though.
you?
But
What's that?
Has Sastana reached out to you because she had to go back
Yeah,
home?
she did.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did.
and
She
now
did.
she's not feeling well because we're supposed to. And there's another young lady who reached out to me, but I told her to give me 2 weeks while I recover. So, I mean, listen, life happens. So if we can just throw our support behind her to encourage her, whoever has her number can just reach out to her. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I understand. Life happens, man. Like you guys have busy schedules and stuff, and I joke around with you guys a lot. You know what I'm saying? That turning these projects in. But I know that you guys are dealing with a lot. You guys have different issues that are just regular stuff. Like I think Ms. Allison said she was trying to buy a house and all. That's big right there. You know what I mean? And Ms. Allison, you have a little daughter too.
Oh yeah, 3-year-old and a full-time job and grad
Tough,
school.
man. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So you'll see me listening to the videos 2-3 o'clock in the mornings.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But
3
hey,
o'clock in
guys,
the morning. Wow.
guys, do these projects. Try to
Salute
turn it in. Try to turn them in before. I know you guys are not going to turn in the homework assignments on Monday, which is Memorial Day. Nobody's going to turn it in. Nobody.
We'll be surprised. Let's see. Let's be surprised.
Hey, okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm aiming for it, but we'll see.
Okay, I know you're aiming for it. Sure, we're all aiming for it. Sure, right? We're all aiming for it. But guys, try to get it done, okay? And keep working, keep pushing. Guys, we haven't even gone into container databases. You guys are still dealing with single instance databases. But when you get to week 9 or 10 or whatever, that's when you get 12C. You get 12C proper. So you guys are gonna have to upgrade by yourselves. You're gonna have to upgrade your systems yourself. That is project 8. You're gonna have to upgrade. Yeah, from 11G to you're gonna have to upgrade from 11G to 12C yourself. You understand? So
that case, we have to go to the Oracle website and then do the configuration or whatever.
Actually, the 12C, the 12C files, it's in the it's in the software. It's in the site. You just have to download it. Yes, it's already there. As a matter of fact, it's on your laptop. If you guys go to your Oracle Home and you do LS, you see you see 2 files that start with the capital V. That's what you need. You'll be fine. If you just, but you might want to upgrade from. You guys are gonna have to upgrade from 11.204 and then to 12.c01. Yeah. Most companies don't use 11G, and while some companies still use 11G, most companies are 12C, 19C right now. But you cannot understand 12C or 19C unless you understand 11G. No way, no how. You're just not. That's why I always teach you guys, first of all, in 11G. You see what I'm saying? You got to have that. You got to have that baseline before you know 12C and 19C. Most people still 12C, 19C is all the same. 11G is all the same. If it's single instance, it's all the same. The only difference now is with container databases where you can have one container with multiple databases that you can back up all databases all at once. You're not there yet as far as backup is concerned. You don't understand what I'm saying yet. But once you get there, you understand what I'm saying. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Bro. But I need you guys to stay motivated. Get this stuff done. Once you got it, you got it. And then once you're finished with the projects, I mean, just start applying. It will shock you. People start calling you. Then it'll shock you. You have an interview appointment. Oh, yeah. Then all of a sudden you're sitting down in front of people, and then they're gonna start asking you these same questions that I put on the projects. Oh yeah. Then you're gonna know
I hope I remember all
what
of them.
time it is. That's gonna shock you. You're gonna get a job. It's gonna shock you when you're sitting down in front of the job. They're gonna say, "Oh, run a select on this table." Oh, I remember him doing that. Oh, okay. Oh, did you do your projects? You did? Okay, good. You're good. You didn't do your projects? Oh, okay. Now you're struggling at work. You see what I'm saying?
That's when we go back to the project and start looking at what do
no, don't do that. No, they want it now. They want it right now. They don't want to hear nothing. They want it right now. They want the answers now. All right. Okay, guys.
What if we don't remember all this?
No.
We don't remember.
It's not like they're standing
behind
behind you. It's not like they're standing behind you, like, you know, like this behind you every time they give you work. No, they just you have group meetings. They tell you, hey, do this, or somebody give you a call and tell you, hey, can you do this real quick for me? And then they just give you your space and you just get it done. Like sometimes I forget things. I say, oh, let me just Google this thing real quick. But they give you time, depending on the scope of the task. If it's a big time scope, like if it's something serious, then they give you time to get it done. But if it's something that should be done really quickly, like for instance, like unlock a user. Oh, come on. They expect you to have that done in 2 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna print out all the projects. I'm gonna print it out.
Yeah, but if it's something like there's an error in the database, you got to fix it. Oh, they'll give you time to get that stuff done. They'll give you some time. But they do expect you to know where to start looking. They do expect you to know where to look. But now the issue could be a little bit, big, and it might take, some time, but they'll give you time. Nobody stands behind you like this to say, okay, like, what do you, it's happened to me before where people were standing behind me like this once. Now that happened to me once before, and because the thing that saved me was because I did my project, and this was a project 6 thing. It had to do with network issues. So if I didn't do my project, if I wasn't faithful, I would have failed. But because I passed that little test for them, they never questioned me again. They never ever questioned me again. They said, okay, just let him be. That was it. So,
okay.
Do your projects. Guys, do your projects. Stay motivated, do your projects. The money is there. By summertime, you guys should be ready to rock and roll. I mean, we're about to be in summertime in 3-4 days? Yeah.
So we got 2 more months, right? If we could project every week, we have 2 more months. So by August and September, we should getting interviews.
Yeah, even before that. Yeah.
Got fired the week after. You don't know.
Yeah, even before that. AWS is pretty simple. AWS is pretty simple. I just show you how to do some things with AWS.
Now, Jason, let me ask you a question, right?
Yes.
What do you have to know? Do you have to know the Oracle database or to do AWS?
Yes. Absolutely. Because the Oracle database is on the AWS platform.
That's right.
It's just on an EC2 instance. That's all. An EC2 instance is nothing more than a server. But so instead of you, like right now, when you go to a company, they have all their databases on-prem, right? On their premises, right? It's on-prem, right? So they're buying all these servers. They have to hire all these people to, install the patches, make sure the updates are good, to install the server. This could take weeks, months to, they have to buy all these, spend a lot of money. But with AWS, dude, it's nothing more than, hey, I opened up an AWS account. They already have all the servers that I could ever possibly need, right? Okay, I want this server, I want that guy, I want this Oracle database. So I just do it like I'm back in the class. I pay my monthly fee, I'm good. So if I only need the database for maybe 2 months, I pay 2 months, that's it, I'm done. AWS is nothing more than virtual machines on steroids, that's all. That's all it is. So instead of you buying the servers, AWS has bought all the servers you could ever possibly need.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So now you just put your database on one of their servers. That's all. Right? Then with AWS come your security groups, your VPCs, your AZs, your regions and stuff like that, where these things are located, that they all kind of connect with each other, right? So all these things, I show you guys how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But on a very, very small scale, very small level, the database is going to be on the EC2 instance, which is nothing more than another server provisioned by what? AWS.
Okay.
Right? Now you just got to pick, okay, what kind of server do I want? Do I want a high performance server? Do I want a big storage server? That kind of thing. Just click, 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 click. Boom, you're done. But then when it comes to creating a database, right, it's going to be the same thing as if you were doing it here.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's just that you're going to be doing it on their server, which is called EC2. That's it. That's all. No big deal. No big deal. So anybody saying that, oh, I need AWS. Yes, you need AWS, but you need to know Oracle as well. You need to know Oracle big time, or else it's not going to make sense. Because if your database on AWS, they're still going to ask you, okay, our database is on AWS. Okay, we still need to make sure that it's performing. We still need to interact with it. You see what I'm saying? We still need to do SQL queries on it. We still got to make sure things are running. We still need to make sure the backups are done. But the good thing about AWS is a lot of the redundant things, tasks like patching, backups, the OS patching, stuff like that. All that is handled by AWS. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to do that.
You don't have to worry about any of that anymore. It's beautiful.
Okay. You only worry about the Oracle with the
yeah. You only worry about like the day-to-day interaction between you and the you know your users, right? Your coworkers, right? So say, okay, we need you to export this. We need you to create this for us. We need blah, blah, blah. AWS ain't gonna do that for you. You got to do that.
Okay.
But just that all the stuff that you normally worry about, like backups and all that, recovery and all that, you ain't got none. You ain't got to worry about that no more. It's beautiful.
Okay.
So that really helps.
You only worry about it in Oracle on your database.
Yeah, all you're worried about is the database itself. That's all. But all the other administrative tasks, redundant tasks, AWS handles all that.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. Well, I don't have nothing else to say. Anybody got something?
Anybody else?
I'm okay, bro. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for your time.
No problem, Mr. Mohammed. Miss Allison, you got anything?
Good on my end.
Okay, Miss Monica, you good?
I'm good, thank you.
No problem, Miss Monica. Okay.
Thank
So
you, Jason.
guys, I will see you guys next Thursday, and make sure I'll be on. If you have any issues, just text in the group chat. And you know, I don't always respond immediately unless it's something that I feel that, okay, I need to respond to this, because nobody else is going to be able to get it. But if I feel it's something that someone should be able to pick up, then I'll just leave it be for a while until, you know, if nobody picks up, then I'll just answer the question. Because I want you guys to kind of think it through, you know, and try to figure it out yourselves. And guys, Google is your friend.
Yeah. I use Google a lot.
Yeah, Google is your friend. Like, you think I don't use Google? Are you kidding me? Shit. Google is your friend. You better use Google. Google, right? Google is your friend, right? So don't be ashamed to use Google. You're going to use Google even at work. You see what I'm saying? So guys, get used to it, right? All right, if I don't have any other thing, guys, if you guys don't have any other thing for me, then I'm just going to bid you guys adieu. And I shall see you guys, next week, Thursday.
Thank you, Jason.
9 o'clock.
Thank you, guys.
Are we doing 9
Thank
now?
you, next week.
Are we still on?
You saw what?
Are we doing 9 o'clock now? Or are we
No.
still-
This was just today. I had something going on today.
Okay, so it's still the 7:30.
Yeah, still 7:30. Yeah. Yep, 7:30.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Okay. Thank you, bye.
Bye.